Hello, how are things? How are you getting on? How are ya? Welcome to the first video with an extra jersey in the background. 'Tis nice, isn't it? It's also my first Premier League preview video where we look at all the games that are coming up this weekend, but with an extra focus on Chelsea. Now, if you just want to see the analysis and everything else for the Chelsea game, skip to here. But firstly, I'm just going to go through my predictions for every other game in the Premier League. We'll get through this pretty quickly. As we go back into the left or the right, don't know how it's going to come up. These are all of my predictions for the Premier League games this weekend. Not actually to my left-hand side, they're on a piece of paper here. So just so I can read out. Liverpool 3-0, I think they're going to get off to a flyer. Bournemouth don't have a defence at the moment, and I think Liverpool are going to bounce back. If there's ever such a thing, I think it's going to be an unconvincing 3-0 win. Maybe like a goal or two near the ends when they bring on some fresh legs. But I think Liverpool 3-0. Aston Villa and Newcastle, the PSR derby. This will just be 1-1. Again, both teams just kind of settling into it. I don't think Villa are really going to get out the traps that quickly. Yes, they have a few easy games at the start of the season, but I don't think here they're going to pummel Newcastle. I think it'll be pretty level. Brighton 3, Fulham 1. I think Brighton, again, they're going to fly out the gaps. I think early on in the season, they're going to be fairly high up the table, third or fourth. Again, lots of random signings that none of us had ever heard of. And they're all going to do absolutely fantastic somehow. Fulham, who haven't really signed anybody, not even a gust of wind. So I think Brighton 3-1. Spurs and Burnley, I think Spurs are going to win 5-0. I think they're going to Burnley, I think, yeah, this is going to be a very harsh welcome back, Burnley. So, yeah, just going to hammer them, smash them, destroy them. Don't think Spurs are going to get in as many of the new signings as they plan at the moment. But I still think kudos and the rest of the boys, they're going to do Burnley dirty. And then probably after the game, Scott Parker's going to come out and say we haven't signed enough players, even though they signed 27,000. They think they're Chelsea, and they might get sacked in a few games' time, and they're going to bring back in Sean Dyche. Sunderland 1, West Ham 1. I like Sunderland. I like Graham Potter. If they could all just get along, nice, fine, 1-1 draw, it's all good. I would have Sunderland down to win, but I think that's a little bit ambitious. So yeah, 1-1. Here's hoping. Granit Xhaka red card, guessing it, sure, why not? Wolves and Man City, I think Man City are going to win this 2-1. I don't think it's going to be a very convincing Man City win. I think this could be Wolves' story for most of the season, that they're thereabouts, but just by the end of the game, nah, no good, nah, you're shit, you're going down, good luck to you, Wolves. And I think Man City will just pit their past the post and win on this. I'm feeling a Marmouche goal, because I have him in my fantasy team. Next up then, I think will be a pretty boring game. Nottingham Forest 0, Brentford 0. Just, I don't think, like, what goals are in either team? Wissa wants to leave. Wood, I think he's had his peak season and then that's it. So I think, yeah, 0-0. And then Marinakis will come down to the pitch and give out about something. And then Forest would put out a tweet about him Monday or Tuesday. A lot of very bold predictions here, but I think that one is safer than the Xhaka red card. Don't think he gets sent off in his first game. Next in is the mid-table club of Man United and the soon-to-be mid-table club of Arsenal. I think Arsenal will win 2-1. If Man United pump this much money into their forward line, I'm expecting goals, especially at home. They're going to score, but I think Arsenal are going to have too much for them. That guy might do something, but who knows. Last game then, Leeds United 1, Everton 1. Two teams I think are in for a tough old season, but I think, yeah, Everton's problems, we're going to see them come to the fray. When you're relying on Jack Grealish, I don't think that's a good thing to have your hopes in. Irish people once had a lot of hope in Jack Grealish, and then one morning he woke up and he was English. So my prediction here is that he's going to wake up in Merseyside and be shit. So yeah, there are my predictions. Now to Chelsea. Can we get it in the bin in one shot? Yep. So Chelsea and West Ham, nope. Chelsea and Palace playing on Sunday at 2 o'clock. Come along here for the live stream. Currently at the moment, Chelsea are 4-7 to win the game. Crystal Palace are 9-2. Paddy Power aren't sponsoring me. Please sponsor me, Paddy Power. I'd love to actually make some money off of you for once. God knows you've made plenty off me through the years. For Chelsea, their recent fixtures, I suppose, winning a pre-season tournament called Visit Malta, and then winning another pre-season tournament called the Club World Cup. This was our lineup in the last game. I think it's very close to how we're going to see them line up for this game. The injuries, I think, You're going to hear these names a lot on the injury list for this year. Lavia might be back, but it's touch and go. Caldwell is out for a long time. Sad face. Nicholas Jackson has a red card and is hopefully going to Newcastle. Fofana is a maybe. He might start, he might play. I think he'll just come on as a sub. And Badashile, I've also just realised in my research, is also injured. But we don't need a new centre back. Oh no. There's not one at Crystal Palace going for 35 million or anything. Quite baffling. I'm not one to ask for transfers from these boys, talboling them, because by God they can do it themselves. But there's one thing I do want. It would be Mark Gahey for 35 million. But anyway, so I think very much the lineup's going to be the exact same we saw in the last game against AC Milan. Tosin might be dropped for Fofana, but I think again he's far too brittle to be expected to play the full 90 minutes, so I think he'll come on after a while. I think Gittins will start as well because we haven't signed any other left winger yet, despite all of our best efforts to go out and get Simmons and Ellen DeGeneres. And we all know that George isn't going to get a sniff of fuck all, so he's not going to start. Players are on the bench the last game that I think are going to get subbed on depending on how things go, like Delap, Isugu, who I must talk about more in a second. This guy is surprising me. Santos, Hato, Gusto, George, Achapong, Estevao, Reggie Walsh, I completely forgot how good he was. This is Billy Gilmore reincarnated. But yeah, look, Delap and all of them, they're not going to start this game. A lot of those players I mentioned will come on. Esegudo. In my squad assessment, the first video I did in this channel, I hadn't a clue who Esegu was. I would show you a snippet of that video here, but the video quality is god-awful. It looks like I recorded it with an old toaster. But all I say is I had never heard this guy. I didn't think he would do a bit. Apparently he's pretty good. Now why we have him when we already have Fernandez, Caicedo, Lavia and Santos is beyond me. Even though this is his career path, apparently he's pretty good. So that's, just wanted to point that out. Crystal Palace, again, 9-2 odds, not great. They did just win the FA Cup a few months ago. They did literally just win the Community Shield a few days ago. Say what you want about it. They beat Liverpool, who have splashed money, doing their best Chelsea impression. On the money splashing aspect, they didn't buy random 17-year-olds. They bought currently good players. So for Palace, who knows if Eze is even going to be there on match day? Who knows if Gui is even going to be there on match day? Who knows if I even pronounce his name right? It's actually Gahey, I think. They might be saying, "Oh, hi, Mark," in Anfield by the weekend. Or they might be saying, "Oh, hi, Mark."
"Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?"
At Stamford Bridge, not from us signing him, but just from coming out of the tunnel with Crystal Palace. But look, besides all that, I think we're going to win. I think it'd be pretty embarrassing if we didn't win. I'm going to say Chelsea 2-0. 2-0. I think we are just a train that's going to go and plough through every single bastard this season, and the first bastard is Crystal Palace. So yeah, 2-0, Palmer and Estevao, sure, why not? He'll come on and score. So there you have it. That's my predictions. I'll go back over here. That's my predictions. That's my preview of Crystal Palace in a bit more broken down detail. Let me know what your thoughts are. How do you reckon we'll get on? Do you think Mark Gahey's going to be lining up for us on Sunday? If you do, I feel very sorry for you. You're a bit of a clown. This is what you look like at the moment. Yeah, like I said, be here for the live stream. Should be a bit of crack. Hopefully some of you show up. Like, comment, subscribe. All the best. Take it handy. Good luck, cha.